Like if I don't do it now, I'll never do it.
With no mentor, no capital, and no skill, career went beyond. Yani alikiuka to make a name and livelihood for herself.
Kidogo kidogo, yeah, I'm starting to have my own clients. Though I did not have a makeup kit, so I used to borrow.
Guys, so how do you go to a client without a makeup kit? Having already made major strides in business, bado anaendelea kukiuka, which means going beyond and being extraordinary. I heard somewhere it's not advised to sleep with makeup on.
That's the worst thing you can do to your face.
Tuzidi na Hustle in association with Safaricom.
Beat sensitivity pain fast with Sensodyne Rapid Action for clinically proven relief in 60 seconds.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, mbiu ya mgambo imelia na hakika kuna ishu nzito.
#1 source of entertainment news, culture, reviews, what's hot and what's not.
Introducing Kwetu Mix.
This is a very different platform. This is an international platform, you know.
Zifahamu story zote kuwahusu.
David Wanda is not single.
Utajua more about top artist lifestyles.
Time ya God ni time ya God. Hallelujah.
What they're up to when not in studio or on stage.
That's what I do right now.
That's what my family is so big.
Hapa tutakuletea updates zote about all the trendy and popular entertainment events kuanzia Kenya, East Africa and Africa. And of course, kuzi count down the top 10 hottest 254 tracks. All your requests pamoja na ma-surprise kibao.
Mambo vipi, kama kawaida, it's your girl Adasa na niko ndani ya Kwetu Mix on NTV.
Join me, your boy Ted Agua, right here on your favorite channel. Tupate vibe.
Your source of all great 411 and so much more.
Tuzo Yogurt Cup. Size yako, bei yako. Rely on Ramrod tanks for all your hygienic water storage solutions. Our affordable tanks are manufactured with the highest quality of virgin food-grade material. Our products are KEBS certified and come with a 10-year warranty. Call us to place an order or visit us at Ramrod Godowns, Bamburi Road, Athi River. Buy one and get free airtime. Ramrod tanks, standing the test of time.
This is NTV.
Good afternoon. Thank you for taking the time to join us this Saturday on NTV at 1. With me is Bridget Ngana in Nakuru County, and we'll be getting a brief on what she's following up on in a short while. We also have Belita Oletenges at the Sagana State Lodge. We'll also be hearing from him on the events that transpired yesterday with the president and the MCAs from 10 counties, as well as what is expected today. But first, to the story that Bridget Ngana is following up on, and the Tiati Member of Parliament, William Kamket is at the Nakuru Regional DCI offices, a week after he was summoned over his role in the unrest in Kapedo, which recently saw the GSU Deputy Director of Operations killed. Apart from Kamket, we saw this Lale MCA, Nelson Lotella, who was summoned in Nakuru earlier in the week. A security operation is currently underway in TRT, where the government says it has made progress in pursuing bandits and disarming the residents. As you had last night, the authorities dispute those who say they're committing human rights violations in that exercise. Well, Bridget Ngana joins us live from Nakuru with the latest. Bridget, have you had occasion to hear from Kamket and get his take on the summons to appear before the Nakuru DCI regional offices?
Interesting question there, Olive. We've not seen Kamket yet. We have been expecting him and anticipating his arrival here at the DCI offices in Nakuru since the week began. But I'm being joined on set by his lawyer, and apparently, Olive, he is the one who was present at the DCI offices this morning to just represent Kamket. We do understand that the Member of Parliament is engaged in other parliamentary activities, and so he's not honored his summon, but his lawyer is going to explain why he was not here when he was expected to be here. Thank you so much, Wakili. You can just start by introducing yourself and why your client was not present at this summon today.
Yeah, my name is Gordon Ogola. I'm representing Honorable William Kamket, the MP for Tiati. It is not that he did not honor the summons because he communicated with the RCIO yesterday and informed him that actually sought permission not to appear today, which was granted. So mine was just to come and formally inform them that yes, there was a parliamentary committee meeting that he was attending and that he is willing and ready to attend any time that he is summoned to come.
We did see Mr. Kamket present in Nairobi when he was summoned the first time, when the government mentioned that he is a person of interest, him together with the Silale Member of Parliament. Now, does this seem to be a sense of impunity that even though he's required to provide information about an ongoing operation, he's still not present, and we've seen him honor the first one?
Actually, he had already recorded his statement. So the attendance today was just a regular attendance pending investigations on the ground by the government machinery. Yes.
Okay, maybe Wakili can try and explain also that the fact that we do expect, we have heard that he is around, it's just that he's avoiding the media. But why is it that maybe your client has become a person of interest over time in Kapedo, yet they claim that it is political machinations? What do you think about that?
If you look at the history of Kapedo, this has been an age-old conflict. If you heard about the former MPs, Lotodo and the rest, this is a conflict which has been running. It's a conflict which cannot be incited by any one sitting MP, or it cannot be solved by any one single sitting MP. You're aware that this conflict was being litigated between Baringo County and Turkana County in court, sometimes back. So it's not a conflict that you could say that this particular MP is a person of interest. You know, the government has been investigating these things for years. And what I could say is that the only way that the government can be able to set and resolve it is by looking at alternative mechanisms. They need to look at transformative peace-building means of how to solve it, but not the kind of thing that they're doing. Honorable Kamket is not avoiding the media today. As I've told you, he was to attend to an urgent parliamentary committee meeting. Okay. Yes.
Maybe just to cut you off at the beginning, you said you just appeared on his behalf, but you've been here since morning. Yes. We've been waiting on the sidelines outside these offices. But maybe, why would you maybe stay for that long if it was something that you're just to say that your client is not available and you would leave? Why did it take you that long?
Yeah, it took me long because apparently by the time I was arriving, I'd agreed that we arrive here at exactly 9. By the time I was arriving, it was slightly late and they had already started interviewing some other clients of theirs. So that's why I had to wait for them to finish with whoever they were dealing with for me to go and inform them about my client's whereabouts.
Okay. Thank you. a legal explanation there of why the TRT Member of Parliament did not attend his sermon here in Nakuru County. This has been the scene of where we've seen leaders, specifically Kamket and Silale Member of County Assembly, Nelson Lotella, come to answer questions. According to the government, is that these leaders are persons of interest and they are being summoned on claims that they are funding the violence by buying arms and supporting the bandits and inciting them. They are being pursued also on accounts of targeted attacks on police officers. And remember, Olive, this operation that is ongoing was instigated by the death of the Deputy Director of Operations at the GSU. And so this is something that is developing and rolling. So we'll be able to get a glimpse of what is really happening, or whether or not Kamket came here and is just trying to avoid us, and now he's using maybe his lawyer as a front for us not to be here.
Thank you, Bridget. Looks like there's some cat and mouse games playing out at the Nakuru DCI regional offices. To the Sagana State Lodge now in Nyeri County, and President Uhuru Kenyatta is today meeting a delegation of Gema communities at the lodge, and led by the Mount Kenya leaders in his continuing quest to court the mountain to support the BBI report and regain control of his political backyard amidst rebellion on his political stand and the succession matrix. Yesterday, the president met leaders from the region and stated that today he will make known his innermost sentiments about the politics of the region and his approach to fulfilling his development agenda. Melita Oletenges, who we saw earlier, now joins us live from the Sagana State Lodge with an update. Melita, what are some of the murmurings you're hearing ahead of today's events?
Olive, the president continues on his mission to court his political backyard. Remember, he's pitching camp here in Mount Kenya region for the next 4 days. And starting yesterday, the president met leaders from the region, starting with members of the county assemblies from the 10 counties making up the Mount Kenya region. And later on in the evening, met members of parliament. And remember, Olive, there has been pertinent issues that have been raised by the people from his backyard, talk about development issues, saying that they feel that they are being given the short end of the stick, and some of the things that were promised have not been delivered as they expected. And yesterday the president just met them, just assuring that he is still on course to pursue the development agenda that he set when he got into office. Aside from that, Olive, also the president discussed with the members of county assemblies issues to do with the BBI report. Remember, the draft bill is now with the county assemblies, and now the discussion going forward is whether the county assemblies will indeed pass the draft bill, Constitution Amendment Bill 2020. But today, only 4,000 delegates drawn from the 10 counties making up the Mount Kenya region are here at the Sagana State Lodge, and the meeting is currently ongoing. We've had speakers from their leaders from different regions, just speaking to them, taking them through the BBI report, highlighting some of the pertinent issues, including location of revenue, and of course, most importantly to them is that the money is being increased from 15% to 35%, and what development funds that will be allocated to the counties. And these are some of the issues that they are saying that they have the numbers, but the people from the populous regions have not been benefiting as much. So they want the one man, one vote, one shilling to follow a course in order for them to benefit from the resources. Remember also, Olive, aside from that, there has been the issue of the succession matrix here in central Kenya, and particularly that of President Uhuru Kenyatta, who is going to succeed him. And yesterday the president said that he is silent on this matter, but his silence should not be mistaken for weakness, and he said that he will make his stand when the time comes. And yesterday actually he said that today he will be speaking about his innermost sentiments concerning the politics of this region, and of course also what he intends to leave behind as his legacy for the people of Mount Kenya region.
So Olive, we are pitching camp here just to get the sentiments. Of course, we'll have different speakers coming here, but most importantly, rather, is the president's speech and what he'll have to say to his political backyard as he tries to woo them to support the BBI report and get back on track, rather, in regards to the rebellious sentiments that have been experienced from Mount Kenya region. Back to you, Olive.
Thank you, Melita. We look forward to hearing the president's innermost sentiments on the region and development in the Mount Kenya region in your 7 and 9 p.m. news reports. Police in Kisii are holding a 28-year-old man for allegedly eloping and having an affair with an underage girl who is an orphan and a candidate at Itibo Secondary School. Arnold Makambi was arrested by a local chief with the help of members of community policing at Bokere sub-location within Suneka Center. According to Suneka Assistant County Commissioner Moses Ndiema, the girl was reported missing since March last year. Ndiema said the suspect was nabbed at a rental house where he was staying with the minor. The suspect will remain in custody until Monday, when he will be arraigned.
Nikaingia nikampata ndani ya nyumba wakiwa na mwanaume mwenye umri wa miaka 28. Sasa nikamshika, nikamleta kwa ofisi, nikamleta kwa station yetu ya polisi hapa Suneka kwa DOS. Sasa nimemweka huko. Tunaendelea kutafuta evidence. Alafu tuchukulie hii kijana hatua kwa sababu watoto wa shule wanatakikana kurudi shule.
These cases have been on from in fact tumeweza kurudisha wasichana wengine shule with the efforts ya chiefs na clan elders.
The judiciary will in the next few weeks deploy members of staff to the newly established court in Kenneltown, Murang'a South. Chief Registrar of the Judiciary, Anamadi, says the institution is working towards installing a magistrate, other court workers, as well as equipment to the facility to boost operations that will benefit residents from the larger parts of Murang'a South sub-county. The new court was renovated from a former government building at Kennel and was handed over to the judiciary after being refurbished to a tune of 700,000 shillings. The total number of courts in the country now stands at 128.
Access to justice, to this, I believe we are touched with the word.
All of us know, it's not a secret, that the judiciary has been struggling with budget issues. And much as the law says that every sub-county must have magistrates court station, we have not been able to comply with the law in terms of ensuring that every county, every sub-county has a magistrates court station. So the partnership that we see here today between the county commissioner's office, between the CDF office and the judiciary and other stakeholders is not something that we take for granted.
From Murang'a to Embu County now, and the nation at large is mourning the death of Bishop Emeritus Gideon Ireri, who played a part in the birth of the new constitution together with other faith-based leaders. The bishop had a long fight with prostate cancer and passed on in his Muraru home in Mbeere South, sub-county of Embu County. The late Gideon Ireri will be remembered for his passion as a social justice defender in the second liberation leading up to the 2010 constitution. He was the first bishop of the ACK Diocese of Mbeere, taking over from Bishop Moses Njue of the ACK Diocese of Embu, which had been split to have ACK Embu and Mbeere Diocese. The late was once the chairman of the Anglican Social Justice Committee and among the first members of the Ufungamano Initiative more than 20 years ago.
Wakati wake alikuwa tayari ameanzisha, alikuwa aanzishe rehabilitation center kwa sababu ya miraa, ili alikuwa na maono ya kwamba in future watu wa Mbeere watakuwa, especially the young people, watakuwa na shida ya kukaa kwao. Their life was jeopardized by the chewing of the cat.
We are grateful for his service to the nation. Amani National Congress Party leader Musalia Mudavadi has accused Deputy President William Ruto of perpetuating hatred towards his boss, President Uhuru Kenyatta, despite being in the Jubilee administration. Mudavadi says a section of politicians in the country are portraying bad political manners to the future generation, terming it a danger to the stability of the nation if not resolved. Mudavadi, who was speaking in Kahawa West during the burial of former Nairobi Mayor John Kingori, emphasized the importance of embracing unity among all tribes in Kenya.
I don't have to show disrespect to the president when I'm expressing my views. Let us change the politics of this country. Na tunaweza kuibadilisha ikiwa tunasema let us show respect in our conversation. Na ndio kwa sababu kwa mfano yale niliona yakifanyika Githurai, you condemn it. Kwa sababu hatutaki watu wakifanya siasa, when you are having different opinion, tuanze kuona matusi, alafu hatimaye mawe, baadaye tuanze kuona umwagigaji wa damu na watu kupigwa marisasi na wengine kukata panga na shoka. Hatutaki jambo hilo lirudi.
On that note, we take a break. We'll be back before you know it.
Pure copper and the best insulation. Use a certified installer. Scratch to verify and authenticate your cables. We manufacture knives.
Breaking news from Molfix. Let's see what they're developing right now.
Molfix pants with anatomic fit technology. New Molfix pants, an invention from babies for babies.
You should also try Molfix.
Maji mdosi wangu ametupa simu yangu ndani ya maji.
Mdosi wako kwa sawa. Venye Nkirota ameniambia ajui na akimpigia simu ashiki. Hi, guy, what the?
For the women who deserve more, Moped is now in Kenya and more than 40 countries. With its nylon-free surface, new Moped has unique softness and up to 100% protection. Your skin will love it.
New Tuzo Yogurt Cup. Size yako, bei yako. New Year comes with New Year deals. Renew your corporate subscription and get a bonus. Subscribe to Nation e-paper for 3 months and get 1 week absolutely free. 6 months and get 2 weeks absolutely free. 1 year and get 3 weeks absolutely free. To sign up, visit epaper.nationmedia.com or email subscription@ke.nationmedia.com. Offer valid till 28th February 2021.
Thank you for staying with us on NTV at 1 this Saturday. Well, Kajiado County Alcohol and Liquor Licensing Board has proposed a ban on the sale and consumption of muguka due to its abuse by minors and the youth. The licensing board chair, Johanna Marapash, says that statistics have indicated that muguka and alcohol abuse are among the top substances that have ruined the lives of youth.
The sale of muguka has taken by storm Kajiado County as chewing joints mushroom all over the region. Muguka is a variety of cut that is a green and bushy tree. It is a stimulant that produces a mild high when chewed. Users chew the freshly plucked buds and soft leaves. A packet of muguka ranges from 20 to 50 shillings and is sold in the open. This means many people can afford and access it, unlike bang, which is sold on the streets but secretly.
Hailewezi ni anda za kawaida za kuchangamsha mwili.
Hata saa hii vyenye biashara iko chini, tunapima hata 30, hata unapata customer inakuja inatuletea 10 bob unapimia.
Licensing Board Chairman John Marapash has expressed deep concern that more than 60% of the youth in Kajiado County chew muguka.
And a good number of them, they don't even go home. They are facing dropouts. Also, the element of the prostitution is coming up in those small shanties areas. In a senior area, a Sara area, there's people who are really now farming it as a cash crop in those areas, which we visit and make sure that those places they are closed.
Marapash wants muguka banned in the county. He says the ban will help address the drug abuse menace affecting millions of youths.
Also advocating for the reversal or the cancellation of the licenses of those small shanties or those small shops, so that at least they don't sell those mugukas, because it's becoming a serious threat to even the security. Even the beyond curfew hours, you realize those small outlets, they are still open and operating in darkness.
Marapash says he will meet other stakeholders to brainstorm how to push for the ban of harmful drugs, including the stimulant.
The Boda Association of Kenya has come out to condemn the statements released by the Office of the Inspector General of Police, putting Boda riders on the spot for increased cases of insecurity in Nairobi. The association defended its riders, insisting that none of its members engage in criminal activities or impunity on the roads. The association has instead called on the IG to engage them in constructive dialogue.
Sisi tungependa kusema namna hii bwana DIG. Fanya engagement na bodaboda leaders. Tufanye mkutano, tukae, tukupatie agenda mingi ambayo inaweza saidia sekta na maneno mingi ambayo ilikuwa imesaulika kwa ile task force. Kwa sababu hata ile kwa task force ilikuwa kwamba itengeneze regulations za bodaboda. Na nyinyi mnajua haijawahi tokea for the last 3 years, hatujawahi jua nini ilikuwa inapikwa pale, haijawahi iva mpaka leo. Sisi wote tunaulizana tax force ni nini?
1 in every 4 Kenyans has a mental health condition that needs to be attended to, with over 12 million in need of a society that is safe, supportive and responsive to their mental health conditions. The Kenya Parliamentary Caucus on Sustainable Development Goals and Business, together with officials from Kisumu County government and partners from various civil society organizations, have launched a program in a bid to promote quality mental health care in Kenya.
We also urge Kenyans to educate themselves on matters of mental health. That way, we can voluntarily seek help whenever there is need.
So we need to be able to come together as a country. It's nothing to be ashamed of. You've not done anything wrong. Your government can only plan for you if you come forward.
I'm glad to be really championing and being an ambassador of mental health, and ask the county government of Kisumu and Migori and Siaya and Homa Bay and every other county government to prioritize funding for mental health issues in their counties, to be able to address the issue that is mental health in Kenya.
Right now is to ensure that we work with the county assembly and executive to ensure that there's increase in financing, to ensure that there's service delivery and to improve mental health in the community.
A supermarket in Kisumu known as Shivling burnt down early this morning, causing heavy traffic and smoke in the areas around it. The cause of the fire is yet to be established, but the police say no casualties have been reported. The fire is believed to have started at 6:30 a.m. before the supermarket opened for business. Traffic in the area was also redirected to other roads to enable firefighters access the site.
This morning there is an outbreak of fire at Sibling CBD, and we got a report. We responded, we contacted the fire brigades, the police and other security firms to come and assist.
Ilikuwa moto mkubwa sana. Sasa hiyo moto kama ilikuwa imeanza na gas cylinders. Hapo kwa bakery hapo. Cylinders ilikuwa ina nini? Ni kama ilikuwa chanzo ya moto.
Let's take a look at what's happening away from Kenya's borders. And the U.S. biotech firm Novavax says its two-shot COVID-19 vaccine has shown an overall efficacy of 89.3% in a major phase 3 clinical trial in Britain and remained highly effective against a variant first identified there. But the positive news was partially offset by other results that showed it offered less significant protection against a highly transmissible variant of the coronavirus, first identified in South Africa and which is spreading rapidly around the world.
Novavax said it began working on new vaccines against emerging strains in early January and expects to select ideal candidates in the coming days, then begin clinical testing in the second quarter of the year. The vaccine was one of 6 candidates backed by a U.S. government project formerly known as Operations Warp Speed. Unlike the Pfizer, Moderna, and AstraZeneca vaccines, which deliver the genetic instructions that make human cells create a key protein of the virus, the Novavax shot injects the proteins directly into the body to evoke an immune response. The British trial involved 15,000 people aged 18 to 84, including 27% who were over the age of 65. The company's preliminary analysis indicated the variant first identified in Britain, known as B.1.1.7, was detected in more than 50% of the confirmed cases. Efficacy by strain was calculated at 95.6% against the original COVID strain and 85.6% against the new British variant. But the level of protection was lower in a smaller, mid-stage trial conducted in South Africa. The studies are the first to assess the COVID-19 vaccine's performance against both the UK and South Africa variants in the real world. Pfizer and Moderna have previously said their vaccines remain effective against the variants, but their studies were based on lab research. Novavax's announcement puts pressure on another vaccine maker, Johnson & Johnson, which is expected to announce its phase 3 trial results next week. The J&J company announced that its single-shot COVID-19 vaccine has an overall efficacy of 66%. This follows a multi-continental trial of the vaccine. However, the shot does not protect well against the South African variant. Encouragingly, the vaccine was able to prevent 85% of severe COVID-19 cases across all geographical regions, however, a key indicator lauded by experts.
To the world of sports now, and sprinter Ferdinand Omanyala says he wants now more than ever to run the 100 meters race under 10 seconds. On Saturday, the wind denied Omanyala a chance to set a new national record during the second leg of the Athletics Kenya Relay Series at the Nyayo National Stadium. He recently returned to action after serving a 14-month doping ban.
Hold. Sprinter Ferdinand Omanyala would want to forget 2017. But the year was too significant to forget. The anti-doping agents of Kenya found Omanyala guilty and slapped him with a 14-month ban.
Before September hapo nilikuwa shida mgongo. So hiyo mgongo ilikuwa inauma sana, hata kutembea ilikuwa noma. So tukaenda kwa daktari hapo, ilibidi utafute medication. So kwenda hapo tukapatana na daktari akasema haina haja x-ray and stuff, so anaweza sema, akatuambia anaweza treat. So tukamwambia si mimi ni athlete, so ujue mimi utestiwa. So akanidunga painkiller, later on tukafind out ilikuwa imebaniwa, ilikuwa na substance imebaniwa hapo. Ilikuwa stressful because anybody I find stressful, but tunajua support system around you ilikuwa inanijenga sana. My brothers, my parents walikuwa wana encourage, coach pia alikuwa hapo wana encourage. Punde hiyo time iliisha nikarudi.
The 25-year-old returned to the track on Saturday at the Nyayo National Stadium after Athletics Kenya cleared him. Omanyala clocked 10.11 seconds to win the 100 meters race. It was a record-breaking race, but was declared wind-aided. Marco Tieno's national record of 10.14 seconds set back in 2017 still stands.
Niliamka asubuhi nikijoenda kukimbia fast because najua nilikuwa na feel fast kutoka last year November. So nilikuwa nakuja training na feel tu mwili naenda. Sijai feel hivyo before. Huwezi argue because ni machines zinapima. So unakubali tu, but sasa nitaikimbia 10.
The University of Nairobi student has his sight set on bigger competitions.
My main aim mwaka ni kukimbia below 10 seconds, 9 point something, hata iko 9.99, bora iko under 10. So hiyo ndio kitu nafanyia kazi sana na naomba sana Mungu anipe hiyo 9.99. Nikienda Olympics kani kwa mimi mtu wa sub 10 na hiyo ni kumedal. Hiyo ni kuchukua medali huko. Na itakuwa mzuri sana kwa sababu najua hakuna Mkenya maifika hiyo level. Nataka nikuwa kwanza ni inspire my generations mingi huku mbele.
Nataka ku make sure hiyo rekodi ameivunja. Kwanza tuanze na rekodi ya Kenya, then tuende kwa qualification times za Olympics. Baada hapo tutaangalia sasa vile ataanza ku travel majuu, at least to compete na the rest of the world.
Joshua Makori, NTV Sport.
What a story by Joshua Makori that it will be up on our NTV Kenya YouTube channel should you want to take another look at it. Well, fourth placed AFC Leopards will be looking for their fourth win of the season as they take on Posta Rangers in their 10th round of matches at the Kasarani Stadium this afternoon. The record Kenya Premier League champions have so far lost 2 matches and won 3 to gain 15 points, while Posta Rangers are at position 11 with 10 points. In the other match of the day, KCB will host Ulinzi Stars at the Afraha Stadium. Elsewhere, City Stars will face Kariobangi Sharks at the Kasarani Annex, and Vihiga United will host Sofapaka at home in Mumias. On Sunday, Zoo will host Nzoia at Sudi Stadium. Bandari clash with the defending champions Gor Mahia at Baraki Grounds in Mombasa, while Tusker will play against Mother United at the Kasarani Stadium. Kenyan men's basketball team are continuing to build momentum while in camp at the Nyayo National Stadium as they prepare for the final round of the FIBA AfroBasket qualifiers. To beef up the team, coach Cliff Owor's charges will be adding international-based Kenyan players, including Bush Wamukota, who joined the camp on Wednesday, and Ronnie Gundo, who will be arriving from the United States today. Morans need just one victory to secure a ticket to participate in the FIBA AfroBasket contest for the first time in 28 years. The continental event is scheduled for between the 19th and the 21st of February in Yaoundé, Cameroon. If the Morans, who are in Group B with Senegal, Angola and Mozambique, get at least 17 points in the final round, they will feature in the 30th edition of the FIBA AfroBasket in Kigali, Rwanda, between the 24th of August and the 5th of September this year.
3, 1, 2, 3.
To the English Premier League now, where the top team will meet the bottom this afternoon as Manchester City welcome Sheffield United to the Etihad Stadium. Pep Guardiola's men hit West Bromwich for 5 to return to the top of the table, and they remained on their perch after the Blades marched to a shocking 2-1 victory over Manchester United. However, Sheffield United have already taken down one Manchester Giant away from home this week with Wednesday's 2-1 win over Manchester Manchester United, I beg your pardon, ensuring that Man City would head into this bout at the top of the pile. In the other match of the day, one of the defining rivalries of the Premier League era enters its latest chapter when Arsenal welcome Manchester United to the Emirates Stadium. 7 places and 10 points separate the two sides on the table, but it is 9th placed Arsenal who got into the game off the back of a victory, while 2nd placed Manchester United were left reeling by defeat to Sheffield United last time out. And that's all we have for you on NTV at 1. I've been your host, Olive Burrows. It has been a pleasure, and God willing, I will see you at 9 p.m. on NTV Weekend Edition.
This is NTV.
Presenting the new Happy Bathroom Cleaner. Compared to ordinary detergents, its thick formulation gives you